Hi, this is going to be on unit prices, which goes hand in hand with unit rates. So hopefully you've already watched the unit rates video. If you have not, please do. It is basically, these go together. You really do need to watch the unit rate video before you watch the unit prices video. So just giving that warning. Unit price. What is unit price? Well, it kind of sounds like unit rate, so it probably means, well, unit means one. Like when you get into trig and you hear of the unit circle, it's because the radius is 1. Surprise, by the way. When you get the trig, your teacher will be very impressed that you know that. Trust me, I know I would be. Scare me to death too. Moving on. Who taught you what a unit circle is? My math teacher in 7th grade, who's completely insane. Not completely insane. Never mind, unit price. Okay, well, what is a unit price? Unit price. It is the unit rate when looking at the price of a single item. Well, that's what it is. It's the unit rate of something compared to money. Like the unit rate, what's the price of hamburger meat at Safeway per pound? Buying something per pound is a unit rate, which is what you buy, right? Like when you go to the grocery store or the grocery market, you see stuff per pound and you see stuff per can. Like that's what you're buying. You're buying a unit rate of something. So we're going to cut to a little extra video real quick on Safeway from, well, let's look at some prices. All right, well, we looked at hamburger meat and we're like, okay, well, here's some meat that's at one price per pound and then this meat was a certain price per pound. Why was it different? Well, because the lean meat and fat meat, like that's an issue because, well, the less fat, the higher the price per pound. So even though you might find hamburger meat that's like $1.99 per pound, I bet you it's probably pretty fatty. It's probably going to be 60-40 or 70-30. Like it's not going to be all that much actual meat. It's going to be a lot of fatty acids and fatty juices. So that's just something to know about. All right. Let's continue on for another one. Let's even go for a unit price of a generic type thing. I'm sure some of you, like when your parents go to the store, you're like, hey, get me a Pepsi. And then when they come back with some generic piece of garbage, you're like, oh my God, why is this? This doesn't taste anything like Pepsi. Well, it might be cheaper. Deal with it. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do because of money, you know? Once you get a job, you make your own decisions. You make a really good job doing whatever, great, buy the Pepsi. You aren't making that much money and you're making pretty much nothing. Teachers, you're gonna bargain. You're not gonna like always buy the most expensive thing in the world, except Dr. Pepper. I'm pretty OCD about not liking generic stuff, but I'll suck it up sometimes when I really have to. I don't like to, but you know. Money's money. Like, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you do what you can. So, here we go. Example number 1. Mr. V has $10 in his pocket. I got 10 bucks. Bam. He goes to the store to buy some soda. Yes. Dr. Pepper is on sale for $1.79. Actually kind of breaks my heart whenever I see that. That's for a 2-liter. And the Dr. Cherry ripoff brand, let's assume it's a 2-liter also, because right? We're going to compare the same thing, 2 liters, is 79 cents each. Okay, so we got $1.79 for the Dr. Pepper, and then we got 79 cents for the Dr. Cherry. By the way, yeah, I don't say dollar because there's no dollar. It's just 79 cents. How many of each can he buy? All right, so I'm looking at here, and I'm at the grocery store, and I'm thinking, all right, here's Dr. Pepper. It's $1.79. Here is the generic stuff for 79 cents. Just coming up with a number for it. Sometimes it's not 79 cents. Sometimes it's a little higher lately. Inflation, who would have thought? So, how many of each can he buy? So, I'm thinking, well, how many of each one can I buy? Here we go. Let's think about how you would do this. Well, taking what we have, it's pretty much what you have to do. If I have $10, I'm going to divide the $10, and I'm going to put 2 decimals on it because it's money, right? The money has 2 decimals. And I'm going to divide by, well, let's look at the Dr. Pepper first. That is $1.79. So, here we go. Back in decimals and dividing, I showed a way of dividing, and I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to change it to 1,000 divided by 179, because remember I moved the decimal 2 times on the bottom, 2 times on the top. We're going to do it when we do long division anyways. And I'm going to say, can I divide this by 2? I know 1,000 is a power of 10. So it can only be divided by 2 and 5. That's not even. That doesn't have a 5 at the end of it. I'm not going to be able to divide this thing by 2 or 5. So long division, we just have to do it. Here we go. So we're going to look at this. Let's see, 179. I'm going to guess that goes in, let's see, if it was 200, if I round up to $2, it would be, let's see, $200, 200, 400, 600, that'd be 5, right? So let's see what 179 times 5 is. 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 4, 39. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8. 895. That's pretty close to 1,000. I think that's going to work. So that went in 5 times. C minus, we get 5, or sorry, 5, sorry. 9 minus 9, because we're going to have to borrow, right? Like if I borrowed, this turned into 9, this turned into 10, but then that turned into 9, so this can turn into 10, like when you borrow. 9 minus 9 is 0, 9 minus 8 is 1. 105. And then you would bring a decimal down and do all this crazy wackiness. But think about what I just asked. How many of each can he buy? How many can I buy for 10 bucks? Well, I can't buy 5 point something of a 2 liter. I can buy 5 or I can buy 6. I don't have enough money for 6, so I guess I'm buying 5. So I can buy 5 2 liters of Dr. Pepper. Okay, so, Mr. V. So, I know I can buy 5 2 liters of Dr. Pepper. Sick. What about the other one? Well, again, I'm going to take $10, and now I'm dividing it by 79. If I move the decimal again 2 times on top and bottom, this is going to be 1,000 again. But now I'm dividing by 79. It's kind of small. That's a smaller number than 179. It's like under half. If it's under half, I'm guessing because if I double that, that's going to be smaller than 1.79. I'm going to bet I can buy more than 10 because double 5 is 10. I bet it's 10 or more. I'm guessing. I'm predicting. We're going to check. We can't simplify that fraction. 79 is going on the outside, 1,000 going on the inside. Here we go. That goes in once. Oh, 79 is so much easier, right? I'm going to borrow. That's a 9. That's a 10. So we get 1. We get 21. Okay. Bring down the house. 0. 79 goes into that. I'm going to guess twice. See, 2 times 9 is 8. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1, 158. See, this is going to be a 0 now, and that's a 10. So this is 2. Borrow from here, and that's a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 52. Add a decimal, bring down to 0. No, I can't buy 12.8 of a 2 liter. It's 12 2 liters. So, Mr. V can buy 12. Hey, that's over 10. I guessed. I predicted, which is like, that's the power of estimating. You know, like make it sense. Like 79 is almost 80. If I double 80, that's 160. That's $1.60, which is still cheaper than $1.79. So it's definitely going to be more than 10. Like, that's why I guessed. 2 liters. There should be in this. Of the ripoff. Okay, so there we go. So when you're shopping around, you're gonna notice like, okay, this is $1.79, but man, that's 79 cents. That's cheaper and definitely worth it because it's like half the price. Like when you're shopping, be smart with your money. So like this is a great, like you're gonna have to buy food sooner or later or have an amazing wife who does everything for you. Yeah, it's not happening yet. All right, moving on. Maybe it is someday. Maybe when this video is watched, like 5 years from now, I'll be married finally. Yeah. All right, moving on. By the way, let's cut to another clip on Safeway. Like unit prices, they're shown at the store. Have you noticed? So you watch this little part. All right, second example. And example number 2. Blank DVDs come in 2 packages at Best Buy. So I'm buying DVDs because I'm burning DVDs for people. And I'm like, okay, there's 2 packages. There's a 20 pack. And like here it is. The 20 pack is normally $24, but they're not $24 today. Today they are $13.99. And then the other one, the 100 pack, is $26.99. Okay. So, and this is bestbuy.com. You can look these up right now. The 20 pack is, I already said all this stuff. So which one's the better deal? Is according to the unit price, is the 20 pack for $13.99 better? Or is the 100 pack for $26.99 better? So let's think about it. Well, we could, there's some other ways of doing it. I'm going to show another way in a minute, but I'm going to do it with the unit price first. Unit price works like this. I know, so I'm going to do the first pack first, and you do it separately. You always do 2 parts to this. You do one package, then you do the other. First package, $13.99. I'm going to divide that by 20. Okay? And well, I'm going to do a little trick. Like with money, that's a little close, isn't it? $13.99, something 99. Wow, that's really close. Why don't I just say 14 over 20? I'm going to round up to 13.19 to 14 because it's pretty close. Well, that's, I'm going to divide top and bottom by 2, 7 over 10. Right? And by the way, this is dollars. This is 20 discs. So it's about $14 for 20 discs. Which if I simplify means, well, that's $7 for 10 discs. Right? What's 7 over 10 turn into? That is, as a decimal, 0.7. I'm going to put another 0 because it's money. So that's about 70 cents per disc. That's what you're paying for that one, about 70 cents per disc. The $13.99, maybe it would be 0.69 cents. That's rounding. That's called a rounding error. That's okay. Let's check the other one. It's $27.99 for 100 disc. And yes, I was spelling disc with a K. Don't. It's a C. That I'm gonna estimate. I'm not estimating. I'm gonna round up to 28 over 100. So it's about $28 for 100 disc. Hey, that's really easy actually. 28 over 100, I can turn into a decimal like that. Remember? Decimals, first number is the tens place, 8 is the hundredths place. That's the magic of multiplying and dividing with 10 and 100. So this is about 28 cents per disc. So if I was running a business, I would probably buy the cheaper one I would buy them in groups of 100. That's why buying in bulk, maybe your parents buy like a big bag of rice or a big thing of pasta. It's because it's cheaper, because when you buy it in a larger group, it's cheaper overall. So something to think about. Those are the two examples and some clips in the store that like get your mind working, that this is, look around for it. Like take a look around. And that's it. Have a great night. Talk to you next time.